Doctors, you probably think you've got a pretty good handle on how much revenue you individually generate for hospitals. But do you? Do you really know how valuable you are to a hospital system's financial health? And how does that compare to other doctors and other specialties? Today I'm going to pull back the curtain on doctor revenue contribution and break it down by different specialties. And the results may surprise you. I'm Dr. Eric Bricker, and I'm also a healthcare finance expert. I know how doctors get taken advantage of financially, and that's why I've partnered with Know Health to share with you what I know. This is Healthcare Uncovered. A recent survey of hospital CFOs by the physician recruiting firm Merritt Hawkins found that doctors drive $1.56 million in hospital revenue per doctor per year by ordering tests, performing procedures, etc. But that's a blended average across a whole wide range of specialties. Orthopedic surgeons generated the most average annual top-line revenue at $2.75 million per orthopedist, mostly via the hospital being able to bill commercial insurance and government payers for procedures, such as joint replacements and spine surgery. Interventional cardiologists generated on average $2.45 million a year in hospital revenue per cardiologist due to the hospital billing facility fees for the placement of coronary artery stents and other procedures. General surgeons generated on average $2.17 million a year in hospital revenue per surgeon for surgeries ranging from gallbladder removal to hernia repair to appendectomies. And what about family practice doctors? They generated on average $1.5 million a year in hospital revenue, mostly from referring patients in the clinic to the hospital for lab work and imaging, such as MRIs and CT scans. Let me tell you a personal story about this metric. When I was working years ago as a hospitalist in Dallas, I remember a presentation by the hospital system CEO to about 50 doctors, including myself. During the presentation, he said that each physician brought in $1 million a year to the hospital. This was over 15 years ago, so it was a smaller number back then. But what really stuck out in my mind was that was the only statistic he raised. Did he talk about lower readmission rates? No. Did he talk about lower hospital-acquired infection rates? Nope. His sole focus was how much money each doctor brought into the hospital. Here's the point. Obviously, revenue per doctor is a statistic closely tracked by hospital CEOs and CFOs. They know exactly how much each doctor is worth to the hospital's top-line revenue. That makes sense. But these statistics also show how valuable doctors are to hospitals. But here's the issue. In fee-for-service payment, hospital CFOs need doctors to churn out as many tests and procedures as possible to bring in hospital revenue. That's facility fee revenue that's completely separate from the professional fee revenue that doctors bill themselves. In fact, many doctors never see any of the facility fee revenue that they generate. Is this metric the right way to measure physicians? Is this metric the reason why physicians may feel pressure from hospitals to see more and more patients? Next time you have a chance, ask your CFO if he or she can share with you what your overall top-line contribution is to the hospital. If you'd like to learn more about this issue, click on the link in the video description. I'm Dr. Eric Bricker, and this is Healthcare Uncovered, where we break down a broken system.